Dear friends, please subscribe yo.com and press the bell button for recent updates. Thank for watching.
Welcome students. So in this session we are going to see the 8051 SFR, that is the special function registers. Okay. In the last session we were studied the signal or pin diagram of 8051 microcontroller. Today we will going to study 8051 special function register. Let us enter into video.
U.com.
Introduction. So first of all, what is register? So register is a storage unit. So it can store 8-bit or 16-bit binary data in memory for temporary purpose. So register is also called as the RAM, random access memory. So 8051 microcontroller, the special function registers are used to program and control different hardware peripherals like timer, serial port, IO port. In fact, by manipulating the 8051 microcontroller SFR, you can access or change the operating mode of 8051 microcontroller. Actually, simply we can say that the register is can store 8-bit or 16-bit data. Special function register means that register is used to do some operations over serial port, parallel port, timer, etc. Okay, right? So it will do some operations, not storing data. Special function register objective is to do some special operation, okay, not used for storing data. Okay, so that is a special function registers. So in the 8051 microcontroller, special function register act as control table that monitor and control the operation of 8051 microcontroller. If you observe in internal RAM structure, the address space from ATH to FF is allocated for SFR. So 82FF is allocated for special function register. So out of these 128 memory locations, that is 82FF is 128 memory locations. So there are only 21 locations that are actually assigned for special function registers. So only 21 locations are arranged for special function register. Each SFR has one byte address and also unique name with specific its purpose. So each special function register has 8-bit address to locate that register. Also it has a specific name. Okay, since the SFR are part of the internal RAM structure, actually it is a part of the internal RAM, so you can access the SFR as if you access the internal RAM. So same way we are accessing the internal RAM, we can access the special function register. The main difference is address space. First 128 bytes 0 to 7F is for regular internal RAM, and next 128 bytes 82FF is for SFR. Okay, so total space for SFR is 128 bytes, but only 21 locations are allocated. Okay, allocated for special function register. So this is a table indicates the name of the register, then the function of the register and the address of the register. Okay, so here we can see different special function registers. So we will see one by one. First we are going to see the accumulator or A register. Generally accumulator or A register that is used in 8086 microprocessor Okay, so in the A register or accumulator, that is used to hold any one of the data during its execution. If the microcontroller perform arithmetic or logical operations at the time, any one data should be present in accumulator, so that the A register is also called as accumulator. Then after the operation, the result is stored in accumulator. Okay, so the accumulator is a 8-bit register, so it can store 8 binary digits. So the main objective of accumulator is to hold any one of the data while execution, and the result of the data, result of the operation, that is the arithmetic and logical operation, is also stored in a register. Okay, then second register is B register. So B register in combined with A register, so it will perform some operation to store the data. So B register used during the time of performing multiplication and division operations. So whenever we are doing the multiplication and division operation, so one data should be present in accumulator and another one data should be present in B register. The B register can hold multiplicand or multiplier. A register is to hold one another one data. Then after the execution, the result is stored in A register and B register. For example, in multiplication, if you are performing the multiplication operation, so of two 8-bit number, so the result will be 16-bit number, but the accumulator can hold only 8-bit number. So the accumulator store lower 8-bit number and B register store higher 8-bit number. So totally we can store 16-bit result of multiplication in A and B register respectively. Okay, similar way we can do the division operation also. So this is a B register. The next one is a program status word. The program status word is also called as PSW. The program status word is another name is flag register. So in the program status word hold the flags of 8051 microcontroller. So the flags are used to indicate the 8051 microcontroller status, the operating status. So it has a different bits, so parity, overflow, then carry flag, auxiliary carry flag. Already we were studied this program status word in 8051 architecture. Okay, right. See the operations of program status word. So first one, the carry flag, that is used in arithmetic and logical operation. Then auxiliary carry, that is also used in BCD arithmetic operations. Then F0, that is a flag 0, that is used for general purpose or user flag. Then RS1 and RS0 used for register bank selection, bit 1 and bit 2. Okay, so we are having the 4 register flag. Each register bank we are having the 8 general purpose registers, that is R0 to R7. So this register bank is selected by RS0 and RS1. Then overflow flag, that is used in arithmetic operations. Then parity, that is set to 1 if odd, set to 0 it will even numbers. Okay, set to 0 for odd, set to 1 for even. Okay, so this is a program status word. Next we are going to see the pointer register. So pointer register is also called as DPTR, that is data pointer. So the data pointer as a 16-bit register, this data pointer register can be operated in two 8-bit register, that is a DPL and DPH. The data pointer can use a single 16-bit register to store the address and 16-bit numbers or data. Okay, so it doesn't have any physical memory, but it is divided into two 8-bit register. That register has some physical memory, that is 82 and 83. Okay, so the DPTR register is used by the programmer addressing external memory. Okay, this is a pointer register. So this is a structure of DPTR. The DPTR is a 16-bit register. See, this is a 16-bit register. So lower 8-bit is called as a DPL, higher 8-bit is called as a DPH. So DPL is a 8-bit register, then the address is 82. Then DPH is a higher 8-bit register, that is 33. The next one is a stack pointer, SB. Okay, stack pointer, that is used to point the top of the stack. That stack pointer indicate the next data to be accessed. So whenever we are using push, pop instructions and call and return instructions, at the time the data are stored in the stack. If the data are stored in the stack, the data pointer is incremented by 1. Okay, it will point the top number of stack. If the data are removed or read from the stack pointer is decremented by 1. Okay, so the stack pointer is a 8-bit register, so it can store the address of the top of the stack. Next one is a IO port registers. So the 8051 microcontroller has 4 IO port. Each port has 8 bit, so totally 32 IO ports are present. So the IO port is accessed through the register. That register is called as P0, P1, P2 and P3. So each port is controlled by the corresponding register. Each register has its own address, that is P0 address is 80, P1 address is 90, P2 address is A0 and P3 address is P0. Okay, right? This is the address of the each port. Okay, each bit in this SFR correspond to one physical pin in 8051 microcontroller, because each pin is dedicated. So some pin has different operations also. So all these port registers are both bit addressable and byte addressable. What is bit addressable? So we can control a single bit or single pin in the port. Okay, writing 1 or 0 on the port register, it will reflect the appropriate voltage in the corresponding pin. So if you send a 0 to port 0 means all the ports are producing 0 volt. If you are if you are sent 1 to port 0 means, so all the pins in the port 0 produce 5 volt. So we can control single bit or 8 bit together, so that is called as bit addressable and byte addressable. Okay, right? So this is a port. We are having the 4 port 0, port 1, port 2 and port 3. So each port has a 8 bit. Each port has its own individual address. It is 80H, 90H, A0, B0. Okay, right. Next one is the PCON register or power control register. The PCON or power control register, it is used to control the 8051 microcontroller power mode, and it is located at 87H in SFR memory. Using 2 bits in the PCON register, the microcontroller can set idle mode or power down mode. So in our mobile phone or in our laptop, we are having the power saving mode. Same way in a microcontroller, we are having the PCON register. So this register save the power when it is idle or power down mode. During the idle mode, the power microcontroller will stop the clock signal to ALU, but it given other peripheral like timer, serial port, interrupt, etc. in order to terminate the idle mode. You have to use interrupt or hardware reset. Okay, right? So in ideal mode, the 8051 microcontroller use very less power. Okay, so this is controlled by the PCON register. So these are the PCON register, that is a 8 pin. Okay, ideal mode, okay, power down mode, then GF0, GF1 and S mode. So these are the things we will study later when we are studying the particular topic in next session. Then SCON, that is a serial control. So this serial control or SCON SFR is used to control 8051 microcontrollers serial port. So it is located in the address of 98H. Using the SCON you can control the operation modes of serial port. So the baud rate of the signal, serial port, and send and receive data using serial port. Okay, so we can use different baud rate. Then serial port interrupt, that is a transmitter interrupt and receiver interrupt. Okay, right. Then serial port mode. So these are the controlled by this SCON register. Okay, SCON registers also consist of bits that are automatically set when a byte or data is transmitted or received. Okay, so this is a SCON register. Next one is a TCON register, that is a timer control register, is used to start or stop the timer of 8051 microcontroller. It also contains the bit to indicate if the timer has overflowed. The TCON SFR also consists of interrupt related bits. Okay, so it completely interrupt related bits. So this TCON register is mainly designed for timer 1 and timer 0 separately. So timer TF1, TR1. Similarly TF0, TR0, then IE1, then IA0, IT1 and IT0. So these are the different and equal pins or bits allocated for timer 0 and timer 1. The address of the TCON register is 88H. Next one is T mode register or timer mode register. So this SFR is used to set the operating modes of the timer 0 and timer 1. The lower 4 bits are used to configure timer 0 and higher 4 bits are used to configure timer 1. See, the lower 4 bit is for gate 0, C by T0, T mode 1, T and T mode 0. Similarly, higher 4 bit is gate 1, C by T1, TM1, TM0. Okay, right. So this 4 bit for one timer indicates that is a gate, whether the gate is open or closed, then whether the timer is act as a timer or counter, then T mode, modes of the timer. Okay, right. So by using this T mode we can control the modes and gate, whether the timer is act as a counter or timer. Okay, these are the things controlled by T mode register. Next one is a interrupt enable register. So this is also 8-bit register. This interrupt enable register is used to enable or disable individual interrupts used in a 8051 microcontroller. If a bit is set, the corresponding interrupt is enabled. If the bit is 0, that means cleared, the interrupt is disabled. Okay, the bit 7 of the IE register, that is EA, is used to enable or disable all the interrupt. Okay, EA is enable all the interrupt. If it is 1 means it will enable all the interrupt. If it is 0 means it will disable all the interrupts. Then IP, interrupt priority. The IP or interrupt priority register is used to set the priority of interrupt as high or low. If two more interrupt accessed at the same time, the microcontroller will get confused which interrupt we are going to service. In this case, the interrupt priority give the priority level, so it produce which interrupt is serviced first and which interrupt serviced second. So this is these ideas are given by interrupt priority register. Okay, so if a bit is cleared, the corresponding interrupt is assigned low priority, and if the bit is set, the corresponding interrupt is set into high priority. Okay, that is a interrupt priority register. Then yes, buff. that is a serial data buffer. It is a 8-bit register. This is used to store the data while we are transferring the data in serial manner. The serial buffer or SBUF register used to hold serial data while transmission or reception. Okay, next one is a TL0 TH0, timer 0, low and high. So the timer is a 16-bit register. So that 16-bit register is divided into TH0 and TL0. The timer 0 consists of two SFR, that is a TL0 and a TH0. The TL0 is a lower byte of the lower byte, and the TH0 is a higher byte. Together this forms a 16-bit timer 0 register. This timer register used to hold the timer value, that is a count value. The count value is a 16-bit. Similarly, TL1 and TH1, that is a timer register for timer 1. So TL1 and TH1 are lower and higher bytes of the timer 1. Actually it's not 0, timer 1. Okay, right. Then so these are the different uh, special function registers that is used in 8051 microcontroller. So the special function register question is very important. So in university examination they will ask any 6 special function registers. So they are asked to draw the register diagram, and you have to mention the each bit usage. Okay, right. So thank you students, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and share and like this video. Okay, thanks for watching.